Hello college applicants, in this video I'm going to walk through what's on the Common App and show you how to fill it out. When you log into the Common App for the first time, you're going to be met with this screen, and it isn't the best looking screen, so it's kind of difficult to figure out what you have to do. So looking at the tabs here, you have your colleges, which you can fill these in the college search. You add the colleges that you're thinking of applying to. The main stuff is in this Common App tab. This is where you're going to find most of your information, where you submit the test scores, what the general questions are that everyone has to answer, and all that kind of information that you would submit for a general application. And then finally you have the Financial Resources tab right here on the right. So if you're interested in applying for financial aid, it has some information here. I don't think it lets you, apply directly in here, but then it gives you some links to apply for financial aid on, other services or other sites. If I were filling this out for myself, the first thing I would do is add colleges. And I would do this because when you add the colleges, it lets you know what information, what questions, what other, additional things you have to do to apply to those colleges. So if you do this first, you can get a sense of everything you have to do to apply to college rather than just, doing it piece by piece and seeing, I filled this out, then I had a college, oh now I have to do all this stuff again, and I had another college, and there's all this stuff to do. So if you add the college up front, you can get a good sense of this is all the work I need to do, kind of planning out, because it is a process. They call it the college admissions process because it takes a long time, to fill these out, take the tests, and really represent yourself well. So to add your colleges, you can go to college search, and I went to Wake Forest, so I'll search Wake Forest. We see it here. I can just hit the plus button, add it, and now it's been added to my colleges list. So if I go over to the My Colleges List tab, I'll see Wake Forest is in here, and now I see that there's some questions, some recommenders, and other things I have to do for Wake. So now I know for Wake I have to do this stuff, and on the Common App in general I have to do this stuff. So now that I know everything I need to do, let's start walking through how it actually fill everything out. So we added all our colleges, but I'm going to start out in the Common App section. This is where you do the information you submit to every college. That's why it's called Common. So first you have your profile, which is just generally who you are and how you identify. Then you have your address, contact details, demographic, language, other stuff. I'm not going to go through piece by piece, but it's just pretty standard, like who are you? What's your information. Next you have family. They start to ask you what kind of relationships do you have, so you can get a sense of what your family life is like. Now we start to get into more of the qualifying details of what are your grades, how did you score on tests, that kind of stuff. So education, you can add your school, gives you information about how you graduated. You can do other high schools, have you been to other colleges, and now you get to the grades. Grades are in this section. So it can ask you about your class size, your class rank. You don't have to do it if you don't have it. Like personally, I didn't know my class rank. You can submit your GPA scale. So for most people, it's out of 4, maybe out of 5 if it's weighted. Put in your GPA, and then you can tell them if it's weighted or not weighted. So weighted, if your school does honors classes and AP classes, you put that in there because you get extra credit, extra GPA boost for it. But if not, you just do unweighted. Then you put in your courses in here. Honors, so any kind of distinctions that you have that you want to show colleges, any kind of community-based organizations you were in, and then your future plans. So what kind of career are you interested in? Below that is the testing. This is where you put in your SAT or ACT score. So you can say that, yes, I want to self-report here. You indicate that you took the SAT tests. And then once you put that in, it'll give you the option to fill those out. So if you took the ACT, you'd say the ACT, you get an ACT tab, but I said I took the SAT, so it's giving me an SAT tab. So you say, I took the SAT one time, I have taken the essay, and then you put in your scores down below. So this is self-reporting. You will still need to send those scores over to the colleges, but it helps them, kind of get your application going and start looking into you. After that, there's a section on activities. So you have activities that you can add. So these are the clubs that you're in. So these, of course, you want to add to the application because it kind of differentiates you and tells them, what are you interested in and what did you do to show this interest. So make sure you do this because you want to show that you are engaged in clubs and have interest in things. Lastly, for the Common App, the part of the application you have to submit for everyone, there's the writing. They have the essays here. And down below, you can see the options that you have. So first option, some students have a background, identity, interest, or talent that is so meaningful they believe their application would be incomplete without it. If this sounds like you, then please share your story. Second question, The lessons we take from obstacles we encounter can be fundamental to later success. Recount a time when you faced a challenge, setback, or failure. How did it affect you, and what did you learn from the experience? Question option number 3. Reflect on a time when you questioned or challenged a belief or idea. What prompted your thinking? What was the outcome? Question number 4. Reflect on something that someone has done for you that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way. How has this gratitude affected or motivated you? Question number 5. Discuss an accomplishment, event, or realization that sparked a period of personal growth and a new understanding of yourself or others. Question number 6. Describe a topic, idea, or concept that you find so engaging that it makes you lose track of all time. Why does it captivate you? What or who do you turn to when you want to learn more? And last option, share an essay on any topic of your choice. It can be one you've already written, one that responds to a different prompt, or one of your own design. So you only have to write one of these essays. You can pick from these here. So you just want to identify which question would help you write the best essay possible, and you want to write an essay that makes you memorable and likable. So you want to be memorable so they remember your application, likable so they actually like you and want to admit you into the college. And then down here you have the box to submit your essay. You should not write an essay and submit it in this box right off the bat. You should do it in a Word doc, edit it, and then come back once you're ready, submit it here. So again, take time on the essay, don't just write it out here. And that's everything in the general Common App section. But remember I said we added our colleges up front for a reason. So if you go to My Colleges, again, we see that Wake Forest, or whatever college you wanted to add, has specific questions and specific information they need. So in this section, though, they tell you the deadlines, and they tell you any other fees associated with applying. Then if we go down below, we can see the specific questions for Wake Forest, academics, activities, contacts. It's very annoying that you have to do more information for these colleges, but it's the way it works. You can submit your recommendations here, and then you can review and submit. And this is the section where you would, finally pull the trigger on, I'm applying to this college. But a nice thing about this, it doesn't let you submit an application that's not complete. Here it's telling me I need to complete all these items. So once I get everything in order, I have everything in the system, I can submit it and apply to colleges. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you understand what's on the Common App and what you need to do to apply to colleges. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'll see you next time.